Okay, a couple of weeks ago we took a wee drive up here on a wet day, up Bond Street, just to see what it's like. Today we're going to have a wee walk up it. We're walking from the Station Road, which is the other end. Normally we start the videos off at Waterloo Street, but Waterloo Road up there. So let's have a wee look. Now, the only thing is, they're only supposed to be 14 units taken. I think there's about 70 units on it. So we're now going to have a wee walk up, we're going to see what things are like on Bond Street during the day. Okay, let's see what we can see up Bond Street. The shop we're standing at, Joke Shop, will open again during the summer. It's always quite busy, that. And if we look across the road now, there is Sally's Breakfast Place. I'm not sure if I think that opened. I'm not sure if it closed down again. If we look, there are some nice apartments there. That used to be I think it was the miners' welfare for quite a lot of years. Back on this side, this wee shop does open during the summer as well. It's an old man and old woman. Lots of toys, souvenirs from Blackpool. A smashing wee place. And next door to that is a memory for us. It used to be called Tracy's Tuck-In, the cafe. Upstairs used to be flats. We did stay there once, and they were probably very, very rough. Probably one of the worst flats we'd stayed in. Spiders in the bath. But that's the way Blackpool used to be 20 years ago or so. So we'll carry on a wee bit more. You can probably see there's lots of shutters down. There's a couple of sort of kebab shops here, Italian shops, pizza shops. I'm not sure if they're open. Some of them used to be open, but I just can't tell if they're open now, I'm afraid. But we just go by here. That one, these ones look as though they're open. There is something there. But then after that, we start going back to the closed buildings again. We look across here. The church is across the road. There is some scaffolding, so they're doing the church up. And next to that, it's a Affinity. I think it's a beauty shop. Once again, it used to be a kebab shop. And we've got this one here doing pizza. Just next to this, there used to be a jeweller's here. I remember the jewellers well because I could only afford either a magic trick or a locket. For my wife, so we did buy a locket. She was down on the beach. That was the nice sunny days in Blackpool when you can spend a day on the beach. We come next to the one that's blocked up. I can't remember at all what this used to be when we came all the years ago. Premier Inn next door. There's always been a shop use agents here, so that's never changed. That's managed to stay open through all the difficult problems we've had with the council here trying to do this place up. If we look right across the road, that used to be the Royal Bank of Scotland. A lovely building which was never ever taken back over again. On the other side there used to be a nice chip shop. We used that once quite a few times and it was quite a good chip shop. But once again it closed down years and years ago and it's never been taken over and nobody else has used it. So we're just going to wee cross over now. And we're going to have a wee look up the rest of Bond Street. There's a couple of good shops on Bond Street. We'll show you one coming up very soon. You can obviously see most of the things always say for auction, for auction, for auction. If we look across here, all these shops are closed across the road. The chip shop's closed. If we look on this side, not much to say about these shops. These are in a really bad state, I'm afraid. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think it'll ever open. I don't think can they open. They would need to knock down and start again. The drive wee video I did mention a wee Scotsman. There was a wee Loch Ness monster here and a wee Pelham puppet, the Scotsman used to thing. If you look down here, you'll see the speaker. This is where you put your 10 pence in. I think it was 10 pence or 5 pence. And you used to get, it was a good wee shop that. Once again, sold souvenirs and different bits and pieces. So if we look inside some of the shops, you'll see that they're actually been left just the way they were left. That's the state of them. Toys, everything just lying about. Nothing was moved. They didn't even take stuff with them. They've obviously put it on shop to and let. William Hill's has been there as long as I can ever remember. And it's always stayed open. But bookies and gambling and deprived areas will always do well, of course, won't they? Blackpool is not top of the list at the moment in areas to stay or to live in. It's got a lot of things going against it, I'm afraid. I think there's more people die here than actually born. Not many places in Britain do that. Back to boarded up grids again. Across the road we've got nothing. Shops that look as though they've been shut for a long, long while. I think some people work from inside the shops, maybe online and things like that, so they still use them because they've got the buildings. We cross over here, we can see these ones in the window have been there so long that now became skeletons. There you are. Even the fur, they might have been teddy bears before and the first fell off of teddy bears. I don't know. There were some good shops in this street. It was always good, and certainly cafes were good, but I don't know. I don't think there is a cafe on the whole street now. Look across to the Chinese. That was a good Chinese. We used that one quite a few times, and it's one I would still use, so it's amazing to think this one's still going. It's still busy, and it's in a street that has nothing whatsoever. This one has got bits and pieces around the second-hand shop, but I've never seen it open again. These shops only seem to open maybe 1 or 2 days a week. I think this was for the Cats charity. I'm not 100% sure. But once again, they used to all be proper shops, collector shops, toys, That's just totally amazing. This one's a wee bit unusual as well. I think this is antiques, but once again, this would be one they could sell online. And we just keep following on down. And if we look across the roads, all boarded. All cafes, all boarded. Nothing there operating at all across that side of the street, I'm afraid. Yeah, there used to be a nice record shop there. Although I think there is a record shop on this side as well. We'll have another wee look in. As you can see, people have just left with the things just lying. There's warning signs, auction signs, do not enter, dangerous structures. So we keep on going down the street a wee bit. One shop that does look as though it's open is a music shop. Nice wee shop, well done. I wonder how it does so well in a place like that. Across there, that was a big music shop. This one, they've done a wee bit. These look good. These are houses. They've knocked down the shops and they've put up houses or flats. I'm not sure if they're Airbnb, but they actually look pretty good. Next to it, this is one where there was a bad fire and burnt down. It was for sale, but I can see a sold notice on it just now. So I reckon they'll do the same as they've done next door and put houses up, which is going to be nice to put that. There is a boat there, so I think maybe somebody won bullseye a few years ago and just left it there when they couldn't do nothing with it. This fabric shop across the road does have an open sign on it, but it's very quiet and nothing ever seems to happen or nothing seems to move in it. Then we come back up to shutters again. I don't think these places ever open. I don't know if there's a cafe on this street anymore, but we'll just have to wait and see. Across the road there's a pub which is always quite busy. I think they have karaoke on, etc. and things like that, but you can always hear music coming out of the pub across here. And in the summer, it's always busy. Anytime I've passed, it's been kept going. So it'll be crossed back over the road again, and luckily we cross over straight to shutters, I'm afraid. Like I said, there is supposed to be 14 units open out of the 70, but one or two might open at night. But if we go up here, there is a building there you can just see, the Red Collector shop. That is quite a good one, quite a popular one on this. This one looks a wee bit quite... It's a hairdressers, nobody in it at the moment. It looks quite good. Probably the most famous one on this street, the only one that has survived and is still doing well, is Mrs. Johnson's Emporium. They do well, haberdashery and all that. People come from all over the place. It's been in Blackpool for over 50 years now, and it's still doing quite well. I think it used to be around Waterloo Street, and it moved here. The one that owns it now I think she took it from her dad, but she's owned it for about 12 years. This is a busy place in Lancashire. Collectors across the road, fantastic collectors. If you want anything from Toy Story, X-Men, Marvel, it has a vast selection in it, so plenty of bargains to be had there. And from this side you get a good view of the building, the absolutely beautiful building that houses Mrs. Johnson's Emporium. Look at that, it just shows you what Blackpool was like at one time. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely lovely. So we carry on now up the street just a wee bit more. Nothing much more happening on this side. This one here has been a few things. I think they tried it as a puppet theatre, they tried it as an animal theatre. Now this is a business centre. There is lights on and there is a list of businesses, but once again it's a place that I've never seen open, anybody ever go in or anybody ever come out. So we'll carry on. It was an animal place, a sort of kiddies animal party room at one time. I think they had snakes in it and lizards and things like that in a dark room. There is a wee antique shop across open there. It's quite a nice wee antique shop, so if you get a chance to visit it. Some good prices. Once again, they wonder where they get the business from in the street. These streets we don't go up very often anymore, but we can see them going on the side there. So we carry up, getting quite close to the end of the street now, and there's not much to say about the shops across the road. They're just all basically boarded up again. This one's got a chair in the window, and that's it. I don't know what's going to happen with these. I don't know if they can open again. I don't know if they can't open again. How do you fix a street like this? It would take too much. It's maybe not like Topman Street up in the main street where they can do something, but it was just such a happy street at one time with cafes. This one has got your cowboy stuff, your belts, your shoes, your boots. I've never seen it open for a long time, but the sign is very clean. The shop is very clean. So once again, it might be sale on demand if you give them a wee phone up. And the news agency here, disappointingly, that's shut down. I always remember that as well, where you get your paper in there, Gazette, and your Red Bull. The pawnbrokers is gone, and you can probably see it's only got 2 balls now. So as well as losing one of its balls, it's been closed for a long while. This was the pawnbrokers on the corner there where they'd done all the jewellery. And of course the most famous shop on the street is Harts. This was a Christmas shop. It was Woolworths a long while ago. I can't really remember it being Woolworths, although I probably came down when it was Woolworths. But a long while ago after Woolworths it became the Christmas shop, or known as a Christmas shop. It had everything in it. It had all the furniture in it, all your silvery stuff, your glittery stuff, your ornaments. But now there's been just argument after argument with the council. I think they wanted to make it into a car park. I don't think the council would not let them knock it down. I don't think it is a listed building. So it's now up for sale. And this is the inside, which is very sad to see. If you've been in this shop, it's impossible to imagine what it used to be like. With all the figures at the back playing Christmas carols and all the rest of it. And that's us just looking down at the promenade now. And we're just going to turn round and have a wee look. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's sad to see Bond Street like this. Okay, that was our wee visit again to Bond Street, this time having a wee walk up and down, seeing the shops that are open, the shops that are still closed, that'll probably never open. We don't know what will happen to this street, we don't know what the council can do. If you have liked this wee vlog today, please subscribe, please give us a wee like, and we'll see you in Blackpool again soon. Lots of videos from different areas of Blackpool. We're not going to say anything bad about Blackpool, we love Blackpool, but it is getting a wee bit of disrepair in some areas. We'll let you see the good times, we'll let you see the bad times in Blackpool, but don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.